What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of this week's Brick Built Mindset podcast. Again, thank you all so much for tuning in and subscribing. So today I want to reflect on a simple question that you can ask yourself anytime that you are working or you're doing somebody a favor. I want you to ask yourself this simple question. Is it out of service or is it out of status? I was having a recent conversation the other day, and we were talking about new opportunities coming up, and we were just breaking down some of the possibilities that we could have and how we could insert ourselves in the act of being of service. And before the conversation ended, I said, let me think about what I can do and how I can be of service in this manner. For me, this is nothing new. I tend to offer myself to friends or people that I connect with in the community, and I try my best to be a man of service, and I try my best to help out with any collaborations that I can do. And for some reason, I was stuck on that because I have this habit of saying, let me know how I can be of service. And I started to reflect and, constantly saying it out of habit. I truly had to ask myself, did I mean that, or was I saying it out of a habit? And was I looking for it to be something of boosting my status or helping promote my status, for lack of a better word? And I'm man enough to admit that there's been plenty of times where I've done acts of service, but really I was doing them for my own selfish gain. I was doing them for my own status. And it's something that we've all done. And I'm sure that if you can reflect on some things that you've done, you've felt yourself doing them out of habit or out of status. And it's something we have to be careful with, because if that's something that we tend to do often, it can become this one thing that we only do. We start to build resentment, we start to regret, and before you know it, we do everything out of the sense of status. It truly becomes the only thing that we are striving for. But to be of service, in fact, is an act of submission or an act of humbling yourself to do for others. Now, there's nothing wrong with doing acts of service because they make you feel good, but to do them for status is not pure of heart. It becomes a transaction almost, and there's no true fulfillment in that. So today I want to promote you guys to aim to do things out of an act of service and from the heart, and to do them with intention and love. And if you don't wish to be of service, there's absolutely nothing wrong with even offering this. There's more harm that you're going to do with asking to do something for somebody else when you really don't want to do it. You have to have intention, and you have to be pure of heart when you do them. Now, that's easier said than done. Obviously, we've all grown up with parents, and I'm sure that they've asked you to do something and you really don't want to do it. But what I mean now in your adulthood, or as you're becoming in this form of growth, I want you to think about doing things pure of heart. And even if you take your time answering, just do them pure of heart and do them with intention. And I promise you, it'll all come full circle, and doing things for others will start to make you feel good. And there's only fulfillment in that. There's only true fulfillment in doing acts of service for other people in order to make yourself feel good. And there's nothing wrong with that. So the next time you offer your services to someone, ask yourself if you're doing it out of an act of service or an act of status.